Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Moore with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Now Daniels off the play action. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
It's a gain of 25.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt heading it for the first time. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Slot man's in motion right. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
Quinyon Mitchell on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Back to the line they come, second down. Daniels from the pistol. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
One drawn up here for Daniels. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's keeping it again. Has room into the secondary. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Krosky-Merritt has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Tanner Brown on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
Now Brown on to send it away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On first down, Hurts. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs from 37. Hurts on first down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Motion man left is Brown. Hurts now from the gun. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down, a run with Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by the future Hall of Famer. More All-Pro nods than any active defender. It's Bobby Wagner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. Oh, he rocks that tackler. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Breaks free in the center of the field. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got to imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action now with Daniels. Has it downfield working the left. Stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs.
And the Washington 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 more yards. That's another Washington 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the red zone now. Catch made. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. Krosky Merritt. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders break the tie here in the 1st.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, well, they better regroup.
Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Eagles 7.
Now Brown on to send it away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. Jukes away from one. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Commanders have an early lead. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's Smith on the slant. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts throwing again. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, we called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Complete to number 11, A.J. Brown. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going for it himself. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
first and 10 at the 18-yard
You know, that's
line.
one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Barkley off the pistol give. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for Barkley. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
5 DBs out there for the Commanders on 3rd. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to throw, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up.
Now he's hit, Hurts fumbles. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. And motion the slot man right. Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie things up at 14.
Jake Elliott.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Daniels. For big yards on the right side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
45-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Daniels hit, he lost the football. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football.
Daniels sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vance Tressway. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Open to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it, thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Offense.
Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Hurts on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Commanders head out now late in the 1st half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. He's keeping it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They send a receiver in motion right. Daniels on 1st down. Oh, he's keeping it again. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and 3 now. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's calling his own number again. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Bigsby with the return. Gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this 3rd quarter. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First and 10 from the 32. Go play action. Here's Hurts. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. And it's a sneak. Hurts. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
First down from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. There to the 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Option play, they give it to Barkley. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Eagles first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. And an Eagles first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
A loss of 2.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Barkley. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And they no first down. That's a turnover on down near the end zone.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play, They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. You're going to run again here with Kronsky Merritt. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it, he gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First and 10 now from the 46. A give to Barkley. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Play made by Deron Payne.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Third and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
On 1st down, Hurts finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith again. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 14. Jake Elliott to kick
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He's going to pull this one down and run with it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Daniels. 13 yards on the play. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. We've set it down from 37. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
2 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Commanders first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Slot man motioned over. On first down, here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. He finds Brown right side. And the stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
4 brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Daniels keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Daniels. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and goal, Washington.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch you vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
1st and goal, Krosky Merritt. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Daniels back to throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trail by just a point in the 4th.
Touchdown, Washington.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
21 apiece.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Shipley now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
First down, a run with Barkley. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Martin. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Left side, caught by Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. Hurts on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
A.J. Brown.
He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Putting the tight end in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, look at here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Hurts to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Hurts setting up to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Back to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And this one does not go far. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Daniels now on 1st down. He goes right back to Samuel. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Ertz reels it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw it. Near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders have taken the lead late.
Washington.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. Now Brown on to send it away. Bigsby with the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Now to throw. For big yards on the right side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Here he is to throw. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now a timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for one final heave towards that end zone.
First down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. One final shot here. This is for the ball game. Deflected. Oh, but they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Philadelphia.